Have you ever loved someone else? Absolutely not.
That was so quick.
I've been in serious relationships before, but neither one of them was as deep as our relationship.
What Quan and I have is literally like a soulmate situation going on here. You only have one soulmate. I believe in that. I've never felt this way about anyone else in my life, and I just love you so much. Do you guys have friends of the opposite that you still hang with / talk to? Yeah, I still have a friend from high school that I talk to here and there. He's actually in the military right now, and we've been friends since we were like 9 years old. But we still talk here and there, like we'll congratulate each other on things in life like that. That's about it.
Yeah, same here. I still have like girls that I'm friends with. I'll talk to here and there, you know, about life and congratulate them. They'll congratulate me. But as far as hanging out, probably not. We're not preventing each other from hanging out.
There's nothing wrong with that though. I feel like that's healthy, like to have friends of the opposite and everything.
Exactly.
Like that.
Did you trust Rissa right away? I don't think you can trust anyone right away. I had crazy trust issues, not only because we didn't know each other like that, we was getting to know each other, but also because of my past relationships.
Same exact thing. I did not trust Quan right away. I didn't know him very well. I had to get to know him. And with me, I'm the type of person, like, you have to earn trust with me. I've never trusted someone so much in my life, honestly. But right away, heck no.
Have you guys ever spent an entire day without talking to each other? We've had days where we got into it and we haven't spoke for like half the day. But the entire day, I don't know.
We can't do it.
Rissa folds.
Every time.
I'm more tough. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more tough.
He can literally
my
go
pride.
a whole day without talking to me.
Nah, I can't.
If I was to go the whole 24 hours, he would go the whole 24 hours. But I always feel like I don't like having static. I don't like bad energy. I just like to talk things out, give you your space. But I'd be like, dang, you needed that much space?
I'm very stubborn.
Like the whole day? Like the whole...
If I'm really mad, I'm very stubborn. But if I'm in the wrong, I will reach out.
When you were in high school, did you ever imagine that this would be your life now?
Absolutely not. What I imagined my life being was me being in the NFL. That was the only thing I could picture myself doing.
For me, my life is nowhere like where I thought it was going to be. I always pictured myself like being a nurse or a physician's assistant or a doctor, something in the medical field, but what I'm doing now isn't exactly that. Yeah. Quan and I honestly both never saw ourselves doing what we are doing today, but we are very happy with what we're doing. What made you guys break up in your last relationships? So I've only had one previous relationship, I guess you could say, but now looking back on it, I always told Quan this, I just feel like it was a very immature relationship. It's nothing like what Quan and I have now. But honestly, it was nothing too detrimental for us. Honestly, I just feel like we grew apart and we had different goals in life and we just couldn't relate anymore.
Now, as far as for my last relationship, it was very, very, very toxic. If you are in a toxic relationship, please get out of it and just leave it alone. It was very toxic. I'm not gonna say much about it, but it's good that we left each other alone. Please, if you're in a toxic relationship, get out of it.
Good advice.
Have you ever dealt with a heartbreak and how did you overcome it? Honestly, I've dealt with heartache. Oh yeah, it's more of a heartache other than a heartbreak. I dealt with heartache, and to get over it, honestly, I just had to be alone and clear my mind. More positive thoughts than negative thoughts. And that's how you get over it, honestly.
I've never had a heartbreak. I've always told Quan this. Like, honestly, like, compared to like how he was feeling and the things he used to go through in his past relationships and stuff like that, I've honestly never felt that. Like, I've never been in so deep with someone that I was really like that hurt. My past relationship was like immature and I'll be upset about certain things, but I never was like really that hurt. What's one thing you wish you never did in the past? So I feel like one thing that I wish I never did in the past was pay attention to what people thought about me too much. Like, their opinions and them just talking negatively about me. Stop paying attention to what people are saying about you when it's negative. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the positive.
Yeah. So. One thing I wish I never did in the past was lower my standard when it came to like girls. I used to have like very, very, very high standards when it came to females. You know, I started hanging around different people and then my standards started lowering and lowering. I wish I never did that because I wouldn't have messed with more than half of the females that I've messed with in the past. I probably would have been in a relationship sooner maybe, which would have matured me quicker.
But no regrets.
No regrets.
Everything happens for a reason.
Have you ever felt depression and how did you overcome it?
Personally, I don't feel that I've ever experienced depression. Luckily, I know it's something a lot of people go through and have had to deal with in their life, but I've never been in a state of mind where I felt like I was depressed.
That's good. Honestly, I'm happy that this person asked that question. I've probably never opened up about this, but I have lost my sister a few years ago, tragically. And in that time, I think I really felt slight depression. It was very hard to like get through, you know, and to cope with, because honestly it was something that I never expected. It was something that I didn't think would happen in a million years, and honestly, no, don't do that. Honestly, I don't like when I would get rubbed when I'm like talking on a touchy topic. It makes me even more emotional.
I know, you're making me emotional.
Nah, I'm not trying to get emotional, but I've dealt with it before. You can't drown in your thoughts. So
what did you do to get out of your thoughts?
My dad honestly was the one that helped me get through it the most. Honestly, on top of having like a partner like my ex and my family around, they helped me get through it. But my dad, most of all, helped me with the depression part, because I was drowning in my thoughts. I was overthinking. The thing with life, you can't overthink with life. You can't sit there and try and understand why certain things happen, because that's how you put yourself in depression. You just gotta understand life is not fair. Things happen. It's a part of life, and we're all bound to like pass one day, you know. So I just thought on the positive side as much as I could. I stopped drowning in my thoughts, and I just thought happy thoughts and thought happy memories, and that's what honestly helped me get through my depression, you know. So just try, please, not to drown in your thoughts and not to think negatively. Try and think positively as much as you can, and just stay around people that's gonna uplift you.
And I also know a lot of people may not have the same support system that you had, but there are like counselors and things like that.
Definitely.
Just, you know, to just get your feelings out there and just not stay in your head, like Quan said.
Yeah.
How long were y'all dating before you moved in together? Quan and I were dating for about a year before we decided to move in together. So that was like the dating stage, like literally just talking every day, getting to know each other better, going out on dates, things like that. Did you ever see a future with any of your past partners?
I thought I did at the time.
In the moment, you feel like you do, right?
Yeah. My last question: how many relationships have you guys been in? Me in total, that I would count as a real relationship, probably 3.
He always says that.
3, honestly.
Yeah, I've only been in 2, so 1 prior and then 1.
It's not a lot.
This is also my last question. What's one thing you guys have in your relationship together that your past relationships never had?
Ooh, I like that question. That's very spicy.
It's one small word, but it means a lot to me, and it's trust.
Trust.
I've never trusted someone as much as I've trusted you before. Like, I literally trust you with my life. Like, yes. And it's that word and like trust is just so important in a relationship, and it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I really need in a relationship, and I just trust Quan to the moon and back, like 110%.
Honestly, I think I could say the same thing, the same exact thing. That's the one thing. Yeah. Honestly, I just wanted somebody that would love me the same and be on the same page as me, and I feel like we're on the same page. Like,
we're right here, baby.
With everything, you know. So, yes. I hope that this Q&A helped with a lot of people who were like curious to how to deal with certain situations and certain things, and I hope you guys just enjoyed us opening up to you guys and learn more about us. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Mr. and Quan, the queen and the don. He's from Jamaica. She's Italian.